Hi, it's Brenda Workman. Welcome to my kitchen. Do you ever wonder what oat groats are and what you do with them? Oat groats are actually oats in their original form before they're processed. So we're used to rolled oats that look like this, and we buy that a lot. I use them in recipes, and a lot of times when I'm in a hurry, that's might be what I fix for breakfast. But oat groats are actually the kernel of the oats, so it sort of looks like rice kernels. So this would be less processed. So it starts with oat groats, and then you may see in the grocery store steel cut oats. So this would be the oat groats that are chopped up. They're steel cut, and so that would be a little more processed than the oat groats. And then it's rolled, and you get the familiar old-fashioned oats or rolled oats. And again, a lot of times people, even if they don't eat it for breakfast, they use this in recipes a lot. And then it goes a step after that in its processing, and you have quick oats, which are even more chopped up than the rolled oats are, and so they look something like this. Now, I have quick oats in my house because my husband prefers them. Sometimes if people have a little bit of a texture issue and the rolled oats or the texture is weird for them, they may prefer the quick oats. Also, if a recipe calls for oat flour, I put quick oats in a blender and blend it up and make oat flour and proceed with my recipe. So I do keep quick oats in the house as well, but mostly I use oat groats. And so today what I want to do is I want to show you what I do with oat groats, and then I also want to show you a few ideas for making some overnight oats if you're in a hurry and you're trying to get oats in your plant-based diet. So let's get into it. I put 2 cups of oat groats in my Instapot, and then I add 3 3/4 cup of water. I cook it for 20 minutes and then let the pressure release for 10 minutes. You could add sweetener to it, you could add fruit, you could also add soy milk. Before I get to the overnight oats, let me mention that if you need a little guidance with plant-based eating and your journey, I have a free plant-based success booklet that I'd like to share with you. So I'm going to put the link in the description below so you can check it out. Let's get on with the overnight oats. There's various recipes you can use for overnight oats. This one happens to have chia seeds, a half a cup of oats, fruit of your choice. This happens to be mango, soy milk, and then if you want to use a sweetener at this point, you certainly could do that. Put in the oats, put in your fruit. It could be berries. This is mango, but again, you can use a variety of fruit that you want. Put in 3/4 cup of soy milk or any type of plant milk, and put in a couple teaspoons of chia seeds as well as a teaspoon of vanilla extract. The chia seeds will thicken the overnight oats. You stir it up, store it in your refrigerator overnight, and it's thick and ready to heat and have for breakfast the next day. Did you see how easy it was to put those recipes together? Oat groats are less processed, and if you have time to fix a batch of those, keep them in your refrigerator and just get out a portion each morning. I would recommend that. I love them. I think they're very hearty. When you get them out in the morning, you can add berries or other fruit to it. You could add cinnamon, different spices to it. I typically drizzle mine with a little date syrup, which is made out of just dates, just to give it a little sweetness, and I enjoy oat groats so much. But if you're busy and you still want to get your oats in, the overnight oats are a fast way to just throw some rolled oats in there with those other ingredients. You could use different fruits, different spices. Some people put peanut butter in theirs. Some people put even cocoa powder to give it kind of a chocolatey taste. Some people put pumpkin in it. There's so many varieties of overnight oats, and they really are very delicious. The next morning, if you felt like you needed a little sweetener, you could use date syrup or maple syrup, whatever is your sweetener of choice. But it is fast and easy, and you could do several at one time and just grab it out of the refrigerator each morning. I like mine warm, so I throw it in the microwave for about 2 minutes, and then I'm ready to go. So whatever way you want to eat your oats, with oat groats, or if you want to go with rolled oats, just work on trying to get oats in because they're so good for us. If you're interested in more breakfast ideas, check out this video that I've done in the past. I think you will enjoy the ideas that I have there. And remember, guys, when we're eating our oats, we have to remember there's power in our plate, and what we eat really does make a difference. See you next time.